crazy weather. Hello world, it's me, Mallory. And if you're new here and you want to become one of my pals, feel free to subscribe down below and hit that notification bell. I kind of wanted to film this way, but the lighting isn't cute. It's cute like this. So this is going to be a video where I'm going to be dabbling on multiple topics. I do that on the daily. You know I get very easily distracted. And I go on tangents and stuff, and especially with this crazy weather, you know I'm going to be constantly looking this way. This is like the perfect window to film in front of for lighting purposes, but as far as like me and like getting distracted, it's horrible. Anywho's, I need like a blinder like those horses wear. So if you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. And if you're unaware, I have Asperger's syndrome along with a lot of other things. So this will be kind of like, I'm gonna jump from topic to topic, but I'm gonna try to like, I don't know, we're just gonna get into it. So it's funny, I've deleted a lot of my older videos because I made myself cringe. I'm like, if I'm cringing at myself, then y'all must be dying. If a video is really bad quality, but mostly like cringy or stupid or way too long, made no sense, I deleted it. And let's be honest, when we're all starting out, we have no idea what we're doing. You know, sometimes we have like, we might know we want to be a beauty channel, a gaming channel. We might have some clue, but we really like don't have a clue. At least I didn't. So I was extremely awkward. I definitely have like come out of my shell in a sense. And I'm more open and less shy on camera, like in this kind of a format setting. But if I were to do this out in the public, I do kind of like, you know, it helps to have someone with me. But I think my new neighborhood is going to be great, perfect practice just to walk alone from my house, which is really not a house, it's a condo, but my house, to the clubhouse. That 12-minute walk was going to be perfect to just chit chat with y'all about whatever, and be in public with my camera out like this. I do want to get something to cover the mic to help buffer wind, because whenever I watch a video, whether it was my own or someone else's, and there's wind, I'm just like, I don't know if just because my ears are extra sensitive or if y'all find that annoying as well. So the point I'm trying to get at is I'm a certain way on camera, and I'm a certain way when it comes to what is going on to texting and like writing. Like back in the day when you'd write letters, like I would no problem. What was that? A little gross maybe. But when it comes to face, if I don't know you, I'm just meeting you, I'm a hella shy and like nauseous as all get out. Because my anxiety is like off the chain. And it's weird because, pardon me, hello, welcome to who I am. No, it's weird because I'll like be chatting with people on Facebook or like they're texting maybe. That's very rare. We'll get into that in a second. And I have no problem with like voice memos, but because there's no one on the other end, like it takes some of the pressure off. They get to hear what I have to say. They can say something back. Like it's kind of like a one-sided conversation, but yet there's two people involved. So I've had people in my life at certain times in my life where I can be a certain way online, but like we meet in person and I'm like a completely different person, and they're just like, wow, I like how you're so open and this and that, like on Facebook or wherever, but yet in the real world I'm like a turtle crawling into its shell. This was like when I was 20. I went on one date with this person I met on chemistry.com, and we chatted a lot, like through, this is when AIM was still up and running, and like through the chemistry.com website itself, like emailing back and forth, and then we eventually like started texting. It was like this whole thing, and I was like very open and honest about like how I'm probably gonna be quiet when we first meet and be a little shy. You know, things are different on the web than real life. So he jokingly said, so I should bring a paper and pencil on our date. I'm like, yes, you should. Kind of joking, kind of not. So It's funny because, and I have like horrible phone anxiety, and I've been this way my whole life. I know, like, I mean, gosh, up until like middle school maybe, like my mom would have to make the initial phone call to a friend to be like, is Meredith home? Can you please put her on? Mallory would like to ask her something. And then I'd be like, hi, you want to play? like it's bad. I mean, for most of my life, my parents always, or mom especially, be ordering like my meals for me at restaurants instead of me being like, hey, I'll have the blah blah. So I'm trying to work on my social skills and work on my anxieties, and the phone thing is a big deal. Like, it is huge. Like, I've made a new friend recently, and we've been talking like on the daily practically through Facebook, because I have no problem. I feel like there's that safety net. Yes, you can like video chat and like do that like free call thing or whatever. And many a times, accidentally, I have hit the button, and I'm like, oops, ooh. So anyway, I'm talking to this young fella. I mean, he's a year older than me, but we're gonna call him a young fella because he'd appreciate that. And he asked for my number, and immediately, like, I go into this like anxiety mode, because if I give you my number, that means, by the way, the battery's flashing, so if this like shuts off, that's why. And it'll just be like a 2 or 3 parter video. That means you can call me, and it's like, it like brings on this anxiety. Pardon, I have an itch like right in here. And so he texted me, well, not texted me, like we're like on Facebook, and he said to me like, do you trust me? And like I'm like thinking, I do trust you. I trust you with my number. I trust you with a lot of things. Like, this is insane. Like, and so, but I like had this hesitation about giving him my phone number, because it's like he could call me. So I was like very open with him, and I said, listen, this is the deal. Like, text me all you want, no problem there, but like, please don't call without like me letting you say I'm ready for this, or like give me a heads up. Like, we kind of like had a little conversation about phone calls. And it's funny because I'd much rather, unless you're really, really special to me, will I text you like non-stop, like all day and night. But otherwise, I just am more comfortable using Facebook Messenger or like Snapchat, Instagram, like other ways of communicating with people. And so he was like texting me, and I'm thinking, well, this is gonna work because he's not 24/7 Facebooker. At least that's like the feeling I'm getting. So throughout the day, if like he had a minute and he wanted to say hey, like he could text me and say hey, and I could be like, oh, howdy, how's it going? You know. So it's funny because he like messaged me. I gave him my number. He messaged me to be like, hey, it's me. That's not exactly what he said, but anyway, so I could like put his name and number in my phone so I know it's him. That's what I do now. If I am expecting a call from someone, I'll be like, can I have like your business card, or can you please like give me your full name if I don't have it, so I can put, so when the number, I'll put the number in, and then I put the person's name, so if the phone rings, I'll know who it is and who I'm expecting, so that takes some of the pressure off. This sounds really weird, and hopefully I'm making sense, but anyways, like, I even get uncomfortable on the phone with family members. Like, I just cannot wait sometimes for the phone call to be over with, or sometimes my mom will be like, my hands are dirty, they have chicken goop on them, can you just say hello and tell like my aunt or my grandma, whomever, I'll be right there. But then they want to go, hey, how's it going, or how you doing, how's your day, and I'm just like, my mom's ready for you now. So it's just, it's part of me and who I am, and it's weird, and it's something I've really been working on. And I should be calling like places every day, like restaurants, being like, what's your soup of the day, and then hang up, and then maybe be like, so do you deliver? Or just like calling places and being like, what's your store hours? I should be working on this. This is something, and it goes into like, yes, there's this whole anxiety like factor component, but it goes into my executive functioning disorder. It's like this whole huge thing. It's something I'm working on, and I just think it's a fun, fascinating fact about me that in some areas of my life, I can like jibber jabber like till the cows come home, and y'all can see that. But in other scenarios, I'm just like, what are words? There's a funny, if y'all watch Will and Grace, there's in one of the their like original seasons from way back. There's a funny episode. Well, they're all funny. Hello, but there's a episode where Will's been carrying around some guy's business card, and so like Grace was joking with him that he's dating this person's business card and like telling him like, why don't you call him, like ask him out on a date? And so he's like, so what? I call him and he says hello, so then what? Like, and I'm like, that is me. If you were to call me, or I were to call you and you were to say hello, I'd be like, okay, that's me. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about. And then I was gonna go into Twitter, because I kind of been I had a lot of good momentum going the other day. Someone posted a question about diagnoses. When were you diagnosed? And this is specifically geared towards women, young girls, ladies, females on the autism spectrum disorder. And I was very open, saying I wasn't diagnosed with all my stuff came at 17, but I was like, yeah, I was 17 when I got my Asperger's diagnosis. And then I was just like talking, and that tweet, obviously I said more than that, but that tweet got like a lot of favorites and a lot of retweets. I cannot say that. I'm not trying to say it's a brag, but then I was being more open and honest, and again, like boom, 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 this momentum that was amazing, because that is really what I want for this channel, and I really want to be known more for my advocacy or as an advocate for Asperger's. I went on the computer and on my channel the other day to see like what are my related channels, like what does YouTube think my channel is like, and who are they relating me to? And when I looked at the list, I was kind of bummed, because it was mostly like everything that had something to do with hiccups. And I was like, really? Because yes, I have a lot of hiccup videos, but that's not what my channel is about. I'm not a hiccup channel. I'm just a girl who knows that people enjoy them, and sometimes I get them, and so I share it. So I was just kind of excited to have this momentum on Twitter. So if you want to follow me anywhere, always check the description box. Also, I wanted to talk about how it did take me so long to get my diagnosis, and the only thing that was ever kind of established from an early age was sensory integration disorder. At least that's what it was called when I was a child. It might have something different now, like sensory processing disorder. So I am very finicky with textures, like basically like how I am, like smells are smellier, lights are brighter, noises are noisier, things taste funny, they feel weird. I have a textural problem like with foods and clothing. I like soft, comfy, roomy things. If I could live in my pajamas 24/7, you know I would. I have a lot of pajamas. And lately, I've been beyond ecstatic about athleisure wear. Y'all know, look at me, rocking those Fabletics leggings. These are the Demi Lovato collection. This is a shirt that I got from Christmas, but it's Hanes. It is so comfortable. Like, I obviously want to look cute and be socially appropriately dressed in public, but I want to be above all else comfortable. And I read somewhere that Aspies, which is a term that those people with Asperger's syndrome, like myself, we call ourselves Aspies or Aspergians. There might be other names, but so I'm an Aspie. So me, and I don't want to speak for the masses and say, oh, everyone on the spectrum this way, but I did read somewhere that a lot of us love living in our pajamas, or get ready for it, being naked. So if I kind of get any like flack or whatever from family, like that I'm in my pajamas too much, I'm like, well, be glad I'm in my pajamas and not roaming the house nude, and putting on a show for the neighbors. But it's just interesting, because like my late aunt, she had Down syndrome and Asperger's, although that Asperger's wasn't an official diagnosis. But whenever she'd get home from her day. Like, those clothes came off as soon as she entered the house, and then like she immediately put her pajamas on. I know a lot of us do this. It's not just a spectrum thing. Like, and I'm sure there's a lot of women who love coming home from the end of the day taking their bra off. You know, I'm sure there's people that love men like to loosen their ties at the end of the day. You know, after a full meal, we all button our pants. I mean, there's things we all do to be comfortable. But I am someone, I feel like I take it, why is there a cop car? Wow, am I such a nervous Nelly? So that's why I'm so happy and beyond ecstatic that within like the last year or so that this athleisure wear has taken off and I can be comfy and be in public. Like, what is going on, Mr. Popo? You gonna go in someone's driveway? You gonna pull on the side of the road? Like, what are you doing? Is it because of the weather? Was there a phone call made? Like, I have like bad anxiety. How many times have I said this in my life in this video? But I am someone, like, anything medical, dental, like, I don't like loud noises. So like sirens, no thank you. Whenever I see an ambulance especially, I get extremely nauseous, especially if the lights are on and probably someone's in there. Hello, the lights just went on in that cop car, y'all. When cop cars go by and loud sirens, if there's ambulances, fire trucks, so on and so forth, like, I get really like nervous and anxious, and like I gotta like you know, until I know everything's okay. I don't know. Anyways, I'll do a part 2 because this video is getting kind of long. This battery is flashing and this